The perfect sacrifice. 1 year. $10 million. A deal she can't resist. Escort Lily Hart has grown accustomed to liaisons with wealthy women, but she never expected to wake up married to Elise Winters, the icy and enigmatic CFO of Lux Tech, a company beloved in the tech industry. Elise has spent a decade unable to access a substantial trust fund left by her late uncle, with the stipulation that she must be married to claim it. When fate leads her to a striking woman in a deep blue dress during a lavish gala, an idea takes root, a marriage of convenience. In exchange for 1 year playing the part of her wife, Elise offers Lily a life filled with elegance, luxury, and more money than Lily ever imagined. Elise insists their arrangement remains just business. But as Lily discovers her submissive side under Elise's commanding presence, Elise finds it harder to resist the sweet allure of the woman beside her. As Lily immerses herself deeper into Elise's glamorous yet cutthroat world, both women grapple with the unpredictable feelings building between them. With dangerous obstacles lurking that could dismantle their facade, they soon realize they have more at stake than just the inheritance at play. Lily Hart spots Elise Winters seated alone at a sleek, upscale bar in downtown Manhattan. Deciding to make her move, she sidles up next to the striking woman. "Mind if I join you? That's quite a whiskey you have there," Lily comments, taking a careful sip from her crystal martini glass. Elise glances over with piercing green eyes that assess Lily like a puzzle begging to be solved. Lily's raven hair cascading past her shoulders catches the lights, and her confidence draws attention, but Elise appears unfazed. She turns back towards her drink, as if to dismiss Lily's presence. Lily, undeterred, takes a seat beside her. "You look like you could use a distraction. I'm Lily, by the way." Elise lowers her glass, evaluating Lily's playful posture and warm smile. "I'm not in the market for a date tonight," she replies curtly. "Who says I'm here for a date?" Lily raises an eyebrow and leans in slightly, voice playful yet enticing. "I could just be a very good conversationalist. Most people don't approach me unless they want something." Elise remains cool, her gaze unwavering. "Maybe I'm just curious." Lily rests her chin on her hand, undeterred. "And it's not every day I see someone as captivating as you sitting alone." Elise's stoic facade falters momentarily. "Flattery will get you nowhere," she says, but there's an edge of intrigue in her voice. Lily smirks unfazed. "I assure you this isn't flattery. It's simply an observation. You've got that I'm in charge vibe down to an art." Elise's lips purse, amusement creeping in. "And what makes you think I'm in charge here?" "Because you're the one sitting with a half-empty glass of fine whiskey, while the rest of the room seems to spin around you." Lily's gaze is steady, challenging. "Besides, I can tell you have power. It's in the way you command the space around you." Elise takes a sip from her glass, contemplating Lily's boldness. "And you? Is this your game then? Getting into the heads of rich women?" "Maybe, but tonight it's purely conversational," Lily insists, her tone light but serious in equal measure. "I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume your thoughts are much heavier than the weight of your drink." Elise arches an eyebrow at the probing and challenges the seductive warmth in Lily's sapphire blue eyes. "You're surprisingly perceptive." "Comes with the territory," Lily admits. "So what is it?" "Something is definitely on your mind." With a trace of hesitation, Elise unfolds a layer of her guarded nature. "There's a trust fund waiting for me, but my uncle's conditions require I be married to access it." Lily's interest peaks. "Married? Is this some sort of modern twist on old family traditions?" Elise's expression darkens momentarily. "You could say that. It's been 10 years since he died, and I still haven't found the right partner, married or otherwise." "You're telling me you've been in limbo for a decade? You don't seem like the type to wait around," Lily observes, leaning forward, intrigued by Elise's struggles and strength. "Let's just say my uncle was very traditional," Elise responds stiffly, her icy demeanor appearing again. "And I'm not the marrying type either." "Tell me, what happens if you don't marry?" Lily inquiries softly, sensing the vulnerable admission hidden beneath Elise's hard exterior. "I lose everything. It's my birthright, and I refuse to let it slip away." Elise's voice is low and laced with tension. An idea flickers in Lily's mind, bold and daring, but she knows the stakes. "What if I told you I could help?" Elise narrows her eyes, studying Lily with suspicion. Help me how? With a 1-year contract. We could make this work. A marriage of convenience, if you will. You gain the access you need, and I get the financial security I desire. Elise's expression shifts, caught between amusement and intrigue. And what's in it for you other than riches? A chance to explore a connection I never imagined possible, Lily replies honestly. But it's more than just that. Maybe we could find something together. Elise considers her proposition. This isn't a game, you understand. I won't hand over my trust to some fleeting dalliance. And I wouldn't dream of wasting your time, Lily vows, the sincerity in her tone cutting through the air. But maybe we find a balance, however unconventional. A long silence settles between them, while both women assess the risk of the uncertain path ahead. Lily's heart races in anticipation, ready to plunge into a world with Elise that holds promise. And perhaps something deeper. In a city where dreams can be bought and sold, they both find themselves at a crossroads, with a marriage proposal that could shatter the barriers around their hearts. Elise's brows furrow as she weighs Lily's proposal, the tumult of emotions swirling within her. The idea of combining their lives for a year as part of a business arrangement is tempting and terrifying. You're serious? Elise finally asks, her voice low and edged with disbelief. You're willing to go through with this just for money? I'm serious, Lily replies, her resolve unwavering. It's a practical solution for both of us. Plus, who says we need to hate each other in the process? We could work out the details as we go. Elise studies her closely, memorizing the determined tilt of Lily's chin and the fire in her sapphire blue eyes. There's a unique charm about Lily that appeals to Elise, stirring a curiosity deep within her. I can pay you for a year, but I need your full commitment. We'll need to keep up appearances at social functions, family events, the whole shebang, Elise lays out, her focus sharpening. Sounds like an ordinary wedding without the romantic embellishments. Count me in, Lily says, the corners of her mouth lifting in a teasing smile. Let's discuss the terms. I'll need you to nod along when I speak, Elise insists, her business acumen falling back into place. And while you're doing that, you'll maintain a reputation as my loyal wife in public. The initial thrill of the proposal settles into serious conversations about finances, expectations, and the intricacies of their arrangement. As they discuss, Elise can't shake the feeling that this could open new doors for her, both personally and professionally. Now about the money. Lily leans forward as if confiding a secret, a playful glint in her eyes. How much are we talking? Elise smirks slightly at the cheeky determination. 10 million, but it's tied up until the end of the year. I'm willing to offer you a comfortable salary during this time. Think of it as a retainer. Lily laughs softly, warmth spilling between them as the tension starts to dissipate. Well, I suppose I could do worse for a gig. Most of my clients don't come with such a generous compensation package. Good, Elise replies, allowing herself a small smile. And there are no strings attached, beyond what we agree on. We keep things professional. Sure, Lily agrees, though she can't shake the feeling that they've both crossed a threshold into unknown territory. They exchange numbers, and before they part ways, Elise reaches into her purse and produces a sleek business card. This is my office number. Call me tomorrow to finalize the details. I can arrange a meeting with my lawyer to draw up the contract, too. Lily takes the card, a thrill running through her as she inches closer to this wild new chapter of her life. I look forward to it, Mrs. Winters. Elise's heart skips. The words roll off Lily's tongue like velvet, a promise of what was yet to come. The following days are a whirlwind as they navigate their bold new arrangement. Meetings with lawyers, public appearances, and rehearsals for their new roles dominate their time. Yet in the evenings, when the world outside fades, they find themselves craving each other's company. They fall into an easy rhythm. Dinners filled with light-hearted banter and brainstorming their public persona, while maintaining an electric chemistry, raw and palpable. Elise finds that there's more to Lily than meets the eye. She's smart, fiercely independent, and bursting with a vivacity that pulls Elise from her aloof shell. One night, after a framing event for Lux Tech, they return to Elise's penthouse, the sweeping cityscape twinkling with life around them. Lily trails her fingers along the railing of the balcony, gazing out at the stars. Why did you agree to this? Elise asks, leaning against the doorframe, watching Lily's silhouette against the moonlight. It's not like you need the money. Lily turns, her expression momentarily serious, revealing a vulnerability lurking beneath her confident exterior. I've been doing escort work for years. I took it up after my father lost everything and left us in debt. I needed a way out, but I wanted something more out of life, and I want to live boldly. This offers me a fresh adventure, a chance to step into a new world. What if you don't like it? My life can be cruel, Elise warns, her voice edged with a mix of sincerity and concern. Maybe I'm here to change that, Lily responds, her voice steady, captivating Elise with the warmth in her gaze. You deserve happiness, Elise, even if you don't think it. Maybe together, we can give each other what we both lack. As they stand there suspended in time, an unexpected attraction spirals between them, intense and electric. There's a longing buried beneath their banter, a heat that promises something deeper than their original contract. Elise clears her throat, breaking the spell. We're still just playing roles for the time being, remember? I know, Lily answers softly, a knowing smile dancing on her lips. But roles can change, right? The night stretches on, filled with teasing, playful exchanges that dissolve the formality of their arrangement. There's an unspoken agreement forming, a shared understanding that they are stepping into uncharted waters, each moment bringing them closer to something profound. As days turn to weeks, they find themselves immersed in the facade of married life, enjoying glamorous parties, sharing stolen moments, and the thrill of their burgeoning chemistry. But lurking beneath the surface remains the looming pressure of the year's contract, and the real tests of their relationship yet to come. In those moments of vulnerability, when they are just Lily and Elise, not the escort and the executive, they dance dangerously close to crossing the line. But for now, they play their parts, lost in the intoxicating allure of what they have built. A world where their hearts remain carefully guarded, but undeniably drawn towards one another. As the clock ticks down on their one-year arrangement, little do they know that the stakes are rising, and with each passing day, their carefully crafted plan could unravel, testing the bonds they've forged. Would love break through the barriers they've erected, or would they both continue to hide behind the masks of convenience? When the time finally comes to confront their feelings, they'll need to decide what is worth sacrificing: their carefully constructed lives, or the chance at something extraordinary together. As the months pass, the line between performance and reality becomes increasingly blurred for both Lily and Elise. They revel in their duality. One moment, they are the power couple at high-profile events, showered with admiration from the tech elite. The next, they share quiet moments together, stealing kisses and secrets beneath the warm glow of the city lights. Yet each event also reinforces the precariousness of their relationship, as they tread the delicate balance of affection and duty. One evening, after a particularly dazzling gala, the two women return to Elise's penthouse, the door clicking shut behind them. Elise breathes a sigh of relief, shedding her heels by the entrance, her shoulders tense from the demands of the evening. I don't think I can smile one more time tonight, she says, collapsing onto the plush couch. Lily follows closely, her expression softening as she bends down to massage Elise's neck. You did splendidly. You always do. Just remember to take a breath every now and then. Elise leans her head back against the sofa, relishing the soothing pressure of Lily's hands. You know, it's easier to smile when I'm beside you. You have this way of bringing light into a room, she admits, surprise creeping into her tone. Lily chuckles, pulling back with a smile. You have a way of making a girl blush. Good. I enjoy seeing you blush, Elise replies, the corners of her mouth twitching upwards before she adds. Maybe we should take a break from the bright lights of society. Just for a night. A night? Lily asks, a hint of intrigue sparking in her eyes. What do you have in mind? Elise stands, determination flashing in her gaze. The beach house. It's private, and I could use some time away from all the expectations. The beach house. Lily's eyes light up with excitement. I've heard stories about it, a hidden gem. It is, Elise replies, a contemplative smile spreading across her lips. It feels like a different world. There's nothing but ocean and the stars. And it's far from all the noise. Then let's do it, Lily says, her heart racing with the prospect of an escape into a wider horizon. A break from their roles as business partners, and a step into a more authentic version of themselves. The next afternoon, they drive to Elise's beach house, the salty sea breeze whipping through the windows, carrying away the weight of their glamorous responsibilities. As they pull up to the house, nestled between palm trees and the azure waves, Lily feels her heart quicken. It's beautiful, she breathes, stepping out onto the warm golden sand. The rhythmic sound of the waves crashing against the shore fills the air, washing away the remnants of their artificial lives. As they unpack, they establish a sense of comfort within the four walls. The house is rustic but inviting, adorned with art and memories of Elise's family. A glimpse into who she is beyond her corporate persona. Once everything is settled, Elise glances toward Lily with a playful glint in her eyes. Fancy a swim? She challenges, her tone light. Lily raises an eyebrow, an electric thrill coursing through her. In the freezing ocean? Count me in. They race down the sandy path to the water, squealing as the cool waves lap over their bodies. The laughter and excitement remind them of a new freedom, an escape from pretense. Gasping for air, they emerge from the surf, droplets spilling off their skin. And Elise turns to Lily, a serene expression settling on her face. It's moments like this that make everything worth it, she says, her voice soft. I couldn't agree more, Lily replies, her heart soaring in the blissful setting. With the sun beginning to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, they gather around a bonfire on the beach, the flickering flames casting dancing shadows. As they sit together on the warm sand, Lily leans into Elise, the warmth of her body melting away the chill of the evening. You know, she begins, a hint of seriousness creeping in. Being here with you feels different. Elise glances sideways at her, curiosity piqued. Different how? A lot can change in a year, Lily continues, her voice barely above a whisper. When we started this arrangement, I was content playing a role. But now, I want more, Elise. I think I'm starting to fall for you. The confession hangs between them, charged with tension. Elise's heart races, her thoughts suddenly spinning. She had sensed the growing connection, but admitting it felt like stepping off a cliff, unsure of whether the world below would catch her or let her fall. Elise starts, but the timid response falters, and she finds herself looking toward the flames, her mind rushing to process the myriad of emotions swirling inside her. Lily continues, I know we agreed to keep this strictly business, but how long can we deny what's bubbling between us? I don't expect a fairy tale, but I want to explore this whatever it is. Elise takes a deep breath, trying to gather her thoughts. This is complicated, Lily. We both have agreements, expectations to uphold. Agreements made on paper, Lily interjects gently, her hands finding Elise's. But this is real. We can't ignore the way we connect. Elise looks into Lily's eyes, the sea reflecting their vulnerability. And what if it all comes crashing down? What if we risk everything only to ruin what we've built? What if we don't? Lily replies, her grip tightening, unwavering. I won't regret knowing you, Elise, whatever happens next. You've brought light into my life, and I want to know you, truly know you. Tension builds, the lure of vulnerability beckoning Elise closer to crossing the line she had drawn. As she searches Lily's gaze, she sees sincerity, desire, and an earnest commitment to exploring something more profound. This is terrifying, Elise admits, her breath catching as she swallows the lump forming in her throat. It can be, Lily agrees. But it can also be amazing, something neither of us expected. So why not give it a shot? Slowly, inch by inch, Elise closes the distance between them, her heart racing. The fire crackles around them as hesitation slips away, replaced with a quiet promise, the kind that could change everything. I'd like to give it a shot too, Elise murmurs, her voice trembling with tenderness. With that unspoken agreement solidified between them, they lean into each other, allowing their lips to meet, hesitant at first, before melting into a kiss that feels like both an embrace and a declaration. In that moment, time halts. The world fades, and all that exists is the warmth of their connection, a tender love shimmering in the night. The beach house, the ocean, and the stars become their witnesses as they begin to explore a future that neither of them could have imagined. Yet, beneath the bliss of newfound exploration, both women know that the pressures of the outside world still loomed. A year filled with hidden complexities awaits them, where the thrill of love would inevitably clash with the expectations they had forged. But here, in the stillness of the night with the ocean as their witness, they're willing to embrace the uncertainty, ready to navigate the delicate waters of love amidst the shadows of their lives. Together, as the night deepens, Lily and Elise retreat into the beach house, still wrapped in the warmth of their kiss, their hearts racing in sync. The open windows allow the melody of the sea to wash over them, a soothing backdrop as they settle into a new rhythm. No longer just business partners, but something more intangible yet profound. "Let's make tonight ours," Lily declares, her playful energy sparking against Elise's more composed demeanor. "How about a midnight snack? I have a feeling this house has some hidden treasures in the kitchen." Elise chuckles, rising to her feet. "You might be surprised. My family's had this place for decades, and I can't remember the last time I actually cooked anything here. Let's see what we can find." They rummage through the cabinets, discovering an array of snacks, chips, cheeses, crackers, even a bottle of wine hidden at the back. Elise uncorks the bottle with a flourish, pouring 2 glasses as Lily's eyes light up with delight. "To adventure and finding what truly matters," Lily cheers, raising her glass high. "To new beginnings," Elise replies, clinking her glass against Lily's and savoring the sweet, bubbly notes as she takes a sip. As they nibble on their makeshift feast, laughter fills the room, punctuated with playful banter. The tension that once clouded their relationship fades, replaced by a palpable sense of camaraderie. They sit close, knees touching as they share stories, Lily recounting her collage of past experiences, the wild clients and hilarious moments, while Elise slowly reveals glimpses of her past, the pressures of her career, and the family weight she's carried for years. "I never thought I'd find a safe space to share all this," Elise admits, her voice low as the candlelight flickers. "Not just anyone understands the kind of expectations I'm under." "I'm glad you feel safe with me," Lily replies softly, her hand reaching over to squeeze Elise's. "It's important to let someone in, even just a little." Elise meets Lily's gaze, her heart swelling. The chemistry is undeniable, the connection growing bolder by the minute. Yet as they share their vulnerabilities, an unseen shadow looms over them. The unspoken reality that this moment is temporary, and their arrangement remains fundamentally unchanged. After the food is finished, and the wine bottles empty, the conversation turns softer, more intimate. Elise doesn't want the night to end. She fishes for a reason to linger, though she knows they've already crossed many lines. "Would you like to see the bedroom?" Elise asks, her tone playful yet husky, as she stands and offers her hand. "Are we having a slumber party?" Lily grins, taking Elise's hand. "Something like that," Elise teases, leading the way up the narrow wooden staircase that creaks softly underfoot. The bedroom is adorned with soft linens and cozy furnishings, warmed by soft light from a bedside lamp. As they enter, the tranquility of the place wraps around them, cocooning them in its embrace. "Come sit with me," Elise says, settling at the edge of the bed. Lily sinks down beside her, their legs brushing as a wave of electricity jolts through them. "You know, I never expected to feel this way being married on paper," Lily muses, biting her lower lip as she studies Elise. Elise blushes, the admission stirring something deep within her. "It's the same for me. I didn't think this arrangement would lead to something actual." "Then let's keep exploring," Lily suggests, her voice gaining confidence. "What's the harm in spending more time together while we can?" Elise's heart pounds in her chest. The invitation ignites her curiosity and desire. "What do you want to explore?" she asks, her voice barely above a whisper. "Let's not rush things," Lily replies, her hand reaching to tuck a stray hair behind Elise's ear, fingers lingering against her skin. "But let's get to know each other beyond the roles we've played." They move closer, hearts racing as the air thickens with anticipation. The challenge of figuring out how to navigate intimacy as both wives and independent women is daunting yet thrilling. "Okay, Elise says, swallowing hard, her breath hitching as she leans into the warmth of Lily's presence. Let's start with this. Slowly, they lean toward one another, their lips hovering just shy of contact, the proximity electric. And then, with a shared gasp, they cross the final distance, meeting in a kiss that ignites something powerful between them, a mix of tenderness and urgency. The kiss deepens, and Elise feels the walls around her heart start to crumble. She wraps her arms around Lily, pulling her closer as their fingers intertwine, losing themselves in the moment. Each caress ignites another spark, illuminating everything they hadn't dared to say until this point. The world outside disappears, blurring into the background as they explore the uncharted territory of intimacy. After what feels like hours of bliss, they pull away, both breathless and slightly dazed. Wow! Elise breathes, her cheeks flushed. I didn't know it could be like that. Me neither, Lily replies, laughter cascading from her lips. But I'm glad we're here. The year ahead. Elise begins, then stops, uncertainty clouding her eyes. Let's take it one day at a time, Lily suggests, intertwining Elise's fingers with her own. We don't have to solve it all right now. Elise nods, squeezing Lily's hand. They sit together, letting the unspoken bond of understanding surround them, feeling oddly as though time has stood still in their own perfect bubble. But while they bask in their newfound clarity, Elise can't entirely shake the nagging voice in the back of her mind. The clock is ticking, and in just a few short months, they'll have to confront the truth, both of their relationship and the legalities tethered to their arrangement. Would their connection withstand the challenges that lay ahead? For now, however, they decide to savor every moment, building memories in their private sanctuary until the realities of their lives come calling once again. And so they drift into the night, the sounds of the ocean lulling them into a peaceful slumber, their hearts entwined as they journey deeper into the enigmatic and exhilarating exploration of love.